Hey guys, I hope you're all doing really well. I missed you guys. I know it's been a minute, but I'm really excited for today's video and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. First off, before I get started, I wanted to give a shout out to Anna Luisa for sponsoring this video. I'm going to show you some of the pieces they sent me and tell you a little bit about the brand. Anna Luisa is a jewelry brand that I love. I've been following them for quite a while and I was really excited to hear that they wanted to partner with me. Their jewelry is so stunning. Okay, so first off, everything came in this little box and I think the packaging is really nice. It didn't have like too many unnecessary things, which I hate with packaging, but it came in this little box and then you get these little suede envelope things. And each jewelry piece came in here, and I love these because they're really nice suede fabric, almost like microfiber, but I think it's suede, and super soft, really nice. And I think these are really great to travel with. I always like to separate all my jewelry pieces and put them in like little pouches when I travel so that they don't get tangled and ruined. So I really love these, and it's really nice when they send over things that you can recycle and reuse. So love these. I picked out 3 pieces, and the first piece I'm actually wearing right now, but they're these little pearl huggies. These are my favorite thing ever right now. I don't take these off. I've probably been wearing them for 2 months now, and they haven't tarnished at all. I literally don't take them off. I shower with them, I work out with them, and they are in perfect shape 2 months after wearing them every single day. So really great quality, but they're so cute. They're like very classic but still like on trend, and that's what I love about Anna Luisa's pieces. They're all very classic, so they'll be timeless but still on trend. I also picked out a few necklaces. They're just so dainty and they're really great for layering too, so I'm going to put these on and you guys will see them on my neck. Okay, so I have them on now and I just love how dainty they are. They're the perfect layering piece, so you can stack a bunch of necklaces, and I love that look, but you can also wear it like this. The reason why I love Anna Luisa is because their prices are very fair. They have pieces starting at $39, and then obviously there's more higher end items like fine gold jewelry, so there's a little something for everyone, and I just love that the prices aren't outrageous. Also love that they are sustainable. They do what they can to reduce their carbon footprint. And I don't know if you guys know this, but jewelry mining is very harmful for the environment, and they reduce that. Their pieces are also really high quality and tarnish free. So as I said, I've been wearing these earrings for months and they look brand new. Same with the necklaces. I've worn them many times. I've showered with them and they haven't tarnished at all. And I'm saying this 2 months after wearing them consistently. So quality is really nice and is going to last you a really long time, and you don't have to sacrifice the environment for it. And the prices are right. So that's why I love Anna Luisa. I will leave more information in the description box. So links to the website, a discount code, all of that will be in the description. It's kind of been a minute since I filmed a YouTube video, so I'm trying to gather all of my thoughts, but I have notes in my phone, so I'll be referring back just so I don't miss any topics that I want to talk about. So today's video is going to be talking about do's and don'ts of blogging. I know that a lot of you guys found my channel because I did a vlogging tips video a few years ago, and I barely hit 10K. I think I was about to hit 10K, and I just thought I had a lot of information to share, and I still think that that video is very valid, and I had some good points in there, if I must say so myself. But times have changed on Instagram. It's a lot harder to grow, and there's certain things that I wouldn't recommend doing anymore, and so I'm going to go through my list of do's and don'ts for blogging and how to grow a following on Instagram. So the first point I want to make is, what are you doing on Instagram? What is your purpose? Why should people follow you? So you have to kind of think about why you follow certain people on Instagram and think about, okay, are they inspiring you? Are they motivating you? Are they educating you? Everyone has a purpose on this app. I do coaching one-on-one with people who are aspiring bloggers, and a lot of people seem to think that they can just post pictures of their kids. So I get a lot of moms who are like, I really want to share my personal life. I also want to share like my kids. They're really cute. But I'm also like passionate about hair, makeup, beauty, fitness, health, all the things. And the truth of the matter is people just don't really care about your personal life when you don't have a following. So once people are kind of like invested in you, and you'll see a lot of like fashion bloggers, beauty bloggers, whatever the case may be, once they grow, then they'll start kind of introducing their family. And I think the reason why they do that is because they know that when you don't really have an audience, nobody cares about your personal life. You have to kind of build an audience and then share your personal life, because people actually give a damn. And I'm sorry if that comes across as harsh or blunt or not what you want to hear, but that's just the reality. Everyone has cute kids, and it's hard to make people really care about your life if all you're sharing about is what you ate for lunch and your kids. So it's really hard to grow as a lifestyle blogger from scratch. I think it's better to kind of niche down, and it's important to think about providing value to people if you want to grow your following. And then once you're providing that value and people are interested and more curious about your personal life, you can throw aspects of that in there as well. But it's really difficult to grow just by showing your kids and the lunch that you're eating. Look at accounts that are growing, think about why they're growing, and take inspiration from that and put your own twist on it. There's a reason why people grow. It's not just luck. It's usually because they're providing some sort of value. So I've seen certain accounts skyrocket on Instagram. For example, Ricky Thompson, he's freaking hilarious. I'm sure most of you probably follow him on Instagram, but he's hilarious. The reason why he became so successful, I think, is because he's so different, he's so funny, and he just doesn't care what people think. And that's so refreshing, and people love that. I've seen other accounts grow really quickly because they'll create like Instagram templates. If you guys remember last year, Instagram story templates were super popular. People were like filling them out, and you got to learn a little bit about the person. And there was this one specific Instagram page that her growth skyrocketed. And I saw this because she had maybe like 44K when she created those templates, and she grew to like 450,000 in a matter of a few months simply because of those templates. And so doing something different is definitely going to kind of put you out there a lot more than if you're just going to follow what everyone else is doing. Another point is to create shareable and savable content. I think that's why Pinterest is so wildly successful, because people create shareable and savable content on there. And same with Instagram. The posts that personally, I'm going to talk from personal experience, that I've created that people save a lot and they send a lot to their friends and family are the posts that do the best. And it's usually because people want to recreate that themselves, or they're like inspired by it, or maybe you are writing a really motivating or educational caption and people want to come back to it later, or they want to send it to their friends and family. That is the biggest way to get your engagement on posts to go up, is by creating shareable and savable content. Since we're talking about Pinterest, I always pin my Instagram photos to my Pinterest and include a link on there, so that whenever people are on Pinterest, if they happen to come by my photo, they can always click it and it will take them directly to my Instagram. And I noticed since I started doing that, my profile views on Instagram went way up, because there's so many people who are on Pinterest. So that's a free way to kind of like market yourself without having to pay for any ads or anything like that. So definitely pin your Instagram photos to Pinterest. You can add the Pinterest pin button to your browser and it'll make it really easy to do that. I've said this before and I'll say it again, your content needs to be amazing. It doesn't matter if you're doing all the right things. Even if you put ads on your Instagram photos and you boost every single photo, if your content is not amazing, you are not gonna grow. And I'm sorry if that's blunt, and I hope nobody takes offense to this, but it's just the the reality. You'll see some people who will post like one photo that goes viral and their following doesn't even grow that much. And the reason why is because their profile is not really, or their photos are not that amazing. Instagram has changed a lot from when a few years ago when people were just sharing random iPhone photos that they took of their like salad or some sunset. Your photos need to be sharp. They need to be in really good lighting. They should be styled in a really nice way that's kind of that kind of captures people's attention. Editing is so important, and right now the trend seems to be very minimal editing, and I think that you can still create a very cohesive feed while having minimal edits. I said this last time and I'll say it again because I think it's still really important, is your overall feed. I know some people don't believe that a feed is important, but from personal experience and from accounts that I've seen grow really quickly, most of those people have a general feed going. I also mentioned this last time, but engaging with your audience is so important, and you know, responding to DMs, responding to comments, and just keeping engaged with your audience. If you're not engaging back with them, they're less likely to engage with you in the future. And then that also goes with finding new accounts and engaging with new accounts, just having a sense of community on here and being very active on Instagram. Okay, so my next topic is regarding hashtags, and there is so much information about hashtags on here. What I've tried and I know has made a huge change for me, because there was a few months where my account was completely plateaued. I was not growing. My engagement and reach was just overall down. And so what I did was instead of using the full 30 hashtags like I did before, so this is what I used to do. I didn't really have a hashtag strategy before. I don't really have a strategy right now, but what I was doing before that stopped working was I would use the same 30 hashtags in every single post. I would change up a few of them, but not all of them, and I would use the full 30. And once my account plateaued, I was like, okay, well, I need to try something different so I can start growing again. What I did was I started using brand new hashtags every day. I changed up my hashtags every single day. Once I did that, I noticed that my reach on hashtags went up significantly. So I definitely think, I don't think my account was shadow banned, but it was definitely being held from reaching more people because I was using the same hashtags. So every day use new hashtags, and I started to only use about 10 hashtags in every post. And I've heard a lot of misconceptions, and people just like, they don't know if you can use the full 30. I mean, clearly Instagram lets you use a full 30, so you should be able to, but I really think that was holding my account back. Okay, another important thing is to respect Instagram's rules. So Instagram has rules against using third-party apps to help manage your account. So even apps that will track your followers and like who's unfollowing you, even that I think hurts your account. I know this from firsthand experience because I used to have one of those apps that would track who would unfollow me, and once I got rid of that, I noticed that my account was doing a lot better. So that also might be something that's harming your account. And then other things that could harm your account are buying followers. I'm going to talk about like the don'ts of Instagram, but just keep in mind what Instagram's rules are and respect them. Otherwise, they are going to punish you by shadow banning your account. And the last thing I want to touch on is using other platforms to boost your Instagram. What worked really well for me is TikTok, and I know a lot of people find TikTok kind of cringy, especially creators, and you don't have to do like the typical TikTok dances. I don't do dances simply because I can't dance. I don't have moves. So I don't do that, but what I do is like fashion-based videos on TikTok. So I'll style outfits, give like different tips and tricks for outfits and how to style certain things, and those do really well. And because of that, I have started growing again on Instagram because, like I said, my account was kind of at a plateau for a long time, and I noticed once I started doing TikTok, my account started growing pretty well again, and I've been able to grow a pretty decent sized audience on TikTok. I think I have like 66,000 followers on TikTok, which I think is pretty good. And it opens doors for new opportunities. So I get brand deals because of my audience on TikTok. I've noticed more and more brands are asking for TikTok videos. And so, sorry, I have a hair in my face. And so it's nice because you can make extra money by posting on there, and it's just better to have an audience on all different types of platforms. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket, especially if you find it really hard to grow on Instagram and you've tried everything and your account and your photos are still not being seen. I highly suggest looking at what trends on TikTok and putting your own spin on things and growing an audience on there, because that audience will go to your Instagram. In the cases where I notice that people don't grow on Instagram even though they have a massive TikTok following, is usually because their content is not the greatest. People are just less likely to follow you if your content on Instagram is not the greatest. Just like with TikTok, say you have one viral video, but the rest of your content is like nothing like that viral video, or if it's just not interesting or whatever the case may be, if the content isn't as great, your account is still not going to go. You could have a video with 10 million views on TikTok, but if your other content is not good, people are not likely to follow you. That's just the name of the game. TikTok is a really great platform. Pinterest, like I said, pinning all of your Instagram photos to Pinterest is really important. Being on YouTube, just all these little things and being on all different platforms will really help to boost your Instagram account as well, just like it has for me. I know a lot of you guys message me because you have seen my YouTube videos, and you'll message me on Instagram and say, hey, I watch your YouTube videos, and that's how I know that it's beneficial to be on all platforms. Also, Instagram stories. So I notice a lot of people don't feel comfortable with Instagram stories. They don't feel comfortable talking or whatever the case might be. Being consistent on Instagram stories will definitely help you grow on Instagram, simply because people want to see a personality behind photos. I know I like to watch people's Instagram stories so I can know what they're doing in their day-to-day life, and it just helps to put more of a personality behind the photos on your feed, because you can't really get to know someone just based on photos. Okay, a few don'ts. So don't take crappy quality photos. Simply put, some people take really bad photos. Like, lighting is really poor, it's just not good quality, the angles are weird, and the photos are just not good. They're not follow worthy. And that's just what Instagram is. It's a visual app, and if you don't create high quality photos, you're not gonna grow. Now, I don't want you to look at your account and say, oh my gosh, I've been at 500 followers for 2 years, my account doesn't grow, my content must be sucky because that's what Ruby said. That's not the case. I'm just saying that you need to take really good photos and have great content posted on Instagram to grow. But that doesn't mean if you're stuck on growth that your content is crappy. That's not what I'm saying at all. Do not buy fake followers. It's very simple. Do not buy fake followers. And people have this misconception, and since I do coaching, I talk to a lot of people who will tell me, look, I bought fake followers because I wanted to like jumpstart my account because I don't want to start at zero. It's obvious, okay? It's obvious when you have 10,000 followers and you get 50 likes on your photos. It is obvious that you bought those followers. And people are less likely to follow an account that they know is a fraud. And basically, when you are buying followers, you are being fraudulent. You're trying to scam brands out of money, out of products, and it looks really bad. From a content creator point of view, as a fellow influencer, when I see people buying followers, it looks like they're just trying to get ahead and take shortcuts, and that's not a good look. So you're likely to lose people's trust right off the bat, and that means when you do feature brand deals, they're less likely to believe anything that you say, and the thing with the influencer community is a lot of it is based on trust. So brands will trust you to market their product correctly in order to generate sales, in order to generate exposure for their brand. And if you are being a fraud, they're going to lose their trust in you. And word travels really fast in this community. People who are on PR teams, they don't stay in one position forever. They're constantly moving around. So like I have a few PR contacts that have literally gone through 4 agencies since I've been an influencer, and they'll email me every time like, hey, I'm now with this brand, just so you have my contact. So people move around a lot. People talk a lot. If you get the reputation of being a fraud, it's gonna go around and it's gonna prevent you from getting any sort of brand deals. It's really not that difficult to find out who has fake followers. There's websites like Social Blade. Socialblade.com lets you type in any person on Instagram, YouTube. You can search for their name and you can see spikes in follower counts. You'll see drops in their number of people they're following. And if like one day you gain 4,000 followers, the next day you gain 4,000 followers, the day after that you gain 4,000 followers because you've bought them, and then consistently after that you'll see like thousands going down, so like minus 3K, minus 2K, minus 1K, that is a sign that this person has bought their followers. Social Blade is public. Anyone can go on there and search and look to see that, and I'm sure brands do their research and they know to look for red flags because they're investing money in people, and before you invest in money you do your research. So a lot of people who buy fake followers that I personally know of are not getting brand deals. Even when they have 200,000 followers on Instagram, they're not getting brand deals because companies know that their followers are fake. Another don't, and this is personal for me, I guess it's different for everyone, but don't work with brands that are controversial and they're going to affect how your followers perceive you. And I'm talking about companies like Skinny Teas, for example. I'm sure you've all seen ads for influencers or celebrities using those teas that basically just make you have diarrhea. Those are really harmful for people's health. And so when you're promoting products like that, chances are a lot of your followers are going to be upset about it, and that is a really good way to lose the trust of your audience. I'm not saying that you should care about what everyone thinks and that you should try to please everyone, because trust me, anyone can take offense to anything. Some people are just like, they're looking for any reason to be offended and to hate you, and a lot of people do hate influencers. That's just the truth of the matter. So I'm not saying you have to be like a people pleaser, but at the same time, if you're promoting stuff that is not on brand for you and that is harmful to people's health and you're promoting it, that is going to make people distrust you really quickly. So I personally have gotten brand deals where I've had to say no because I don't believe in the product. I know that the product can harm people's health, and even though I don't have experience with it harming me, I still refuse to promote it because I don't want to promote something that can potentially harm my followers. Another don't is don't do loop giveaways. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but loop giveaways are basically those giveaways where an influencer will post a photo. It's usually like a stock photo, and they'll say you have to go follow like this random Instagram account. Usually it's like blogger giveaways or something like that. And so you have to follow them and follow everyone that they're following. And it's usually a list of like 30 accounts that they're following. And the rules are that you have to go follow all 30 of those accounts. The way those work is, I get these emails all the time. So they will email an influencer and say, hey, the buy-in is like $200 and we're having 40 creators. Everyone is pitching in $200 and we're giving away like a vacation. Something like really cool that anyone would want to have to make it like convincing for people to enter. And then what happens is they'll say, oh, you're probably going to gain between like 2,000 to 5,000 followers. And while this might work for a period of time, so if you do that, you'll probably grow a little bit, but I promise you, you are going to lose those followers. because those people don't actually want to be following you. They don't care about anything that you have to say. They're just following you because they want to win this grand prize. After you announce the giveaway winner, your account is just going to be going down. People are going to be unfollowing because they don't give a shit about your content. The last thing that I want to talk about is knowing your worth. And it can be kind of hard in this industry because it is pretty competitive. It's very saturated. And brands like to make you feel like your content isn't really worth much when it actually is. So one thing that I really want to talk about, I have a blog post up already on my blog, and I'm doing an entire series on this whole subject. I will have a dedicated blog post talking about how to charge, what to charge, that sort of thing. But right now I want to talk about specifically brand ambassador programs. And I'm not talking about legit brand ambassador programs because I'm myself am part of a couple of brand ambassador programs right now. And basically a brand ambassador is a long-term partner. So for example, I'll sign a contract that'll be from like March through December, or from like January through December with a brand. We'll agree on X number of posts, like I'll do 1 post a month for you for 12 months, this is my rate, and they'll pay me accordingly. That's a legit brand ambassador, and I love those because those are authentic. You really get to know the brand, the product, and it's just a lot more genuine, and it's way better than doing a one-off post. And I've noticed a lot of the industry is kind of shifting towards brand ambassador programs, which is amazing. But I'm talking about those comments or DMs that you get on Instagram that goes, hey babe, actually let me find one. Okay, so an example of a scammy type of brand ambassador program is this comment. We want you, pretty lady. Let's collab, Ruby. DM us at whatever boutique name. There's another one. Let's see. Hey Ruby, amazing IG post. Love you and your style. Let's collab. DM me at blank boutique. This picture is such a vibe. Let's collab, Ruby. DM us at blank boutique. I get these comments all the time. I'm sure if you're posting any type of content on Instagram, you probably get those. And what's going to happen is when you DM them, what they're going to do is they're going to give you a discount code and tell you, hey, here's 15% off. And when you get your product, you have to take a picture and post. So you're not only are you buying the product, but you're also giving them free marketing. So when you work with a company and you're doing a trade, they send you the product, you post about it. That is more of an equal trade, depending on the product and the company, of course, than if you were to purchase the product and you're required to post about it too. That does not make any sense. They scam influencers that way, and they take advantage of aspiring bloggers and influencers because when you're just growing your following and you don't have that many brands reaching out to you, you're not really working with that many brands, you get really excited, and anyone that reaches out is like, oh my gosh, someone wants to work with me. Trust me, I've been there, so I know how it is. But these companies are a scam. So know your worth. Understand that you should never have to pay money out of your pocket to market a product for any company. I don't care who it is. A 15% off coupon code is not enough. If they want to offer you a discount code, you can go ahead and purchase the product if it's something that you want, but they shouldn't be requiring a post out of it. So just some things to keep in mind. Anyway guys, that is it for my video. Like I said, I am planning an entire series on my blog. I'm trying to do them weekly. With everything going on in the world, I kind of put that on the back burner because I felt that that wasn't really important at the time. But I'm definitely going to get back into it and do weekly blog posts for you guys regarding just like tips and tricks on the influencer industry, how to navigate, because I know a lot of you guys are wanting to get in this space, and there's definitely room for all of us. It's not too late. You just have to kind of know how to navigate, know how to post, and that sort of thing. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will get back to you. Or you can DM me on Instagram. I love chatting with you guys there. I'll also link my blog because there's a lot of good resources on there. And yeah, if there's any other videos that you guys want me to do, leave them in the comments and I will get to it. Love you guys.